Is someone getting it on behind a bush right now? Welcome to Ranger Reviews, a web series where we look at episodes of the TV show Power Rangers and then discuss them. Today we're exploring the 117th episode of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, as well as the 5th episode of Season 3, titled Ninja Quest Part 2. We begin this episode right where we left off. The Rangers are walking around the decimated Zord rubble, and Kim suggests that they just have to go back to the command center. Tommy claims that they've lost their powers, but I don't know how they can figure that out yet. Billy says it's going to be a long walk back to the command center, so they better head out. On the moon, Zed reiterates how awesome they are and how much it sucks to be the Power Rangers. At the command center, Billy looks at the command center consoles, talking about how things can't really be repaired there. Alpha suggests that this could actually take centuries to repair, and Zordon says that there's no way to revitalize the lost Zords. Adam then asks a very good question. Where did their powers even come from in the first place? Zordon says that legend has it that there's a lost temple hidden in the Desert of Despair, and there's a keeper there named Ninjor. He forged the original power coins, but it could just be a myth. Then Alpha says that there was a map with the coins, and Tommy says that they have to go for this temple for new powers because they can't just give up. He warns them that Zed will try to get in the way, so good luck, I guess. Then all the Rangers hold their hands together, and apparently there's enough residual power to teleport them to the desert. And after a few flickers, they're gone. They land in the exact same damn desert we've seen 1,000 times, and Billy says that they have to go toward a distinct rock formation, which was the most descriptive non-descriptor I've ever heard. Then someone just starts moaning in the wind. At the Angel Grove Police Academy, Bulk and Skull have arrived and they're walking in, asking someone where the registration office is. They then get caught up in a pack of running trainees before they see that this place deals with a lot of exercise. Before Bulk has to carry Skull away into the registration office. Not gonna lie, it's kind of pointless. Finally, the eggs start hatching, and there's weird birds coming out on the moon. Rito introduces his presence as he forgot. Then Rita yells at him, and he's got Tenga warriors. Not Tengu warriors, Tenga. Rita and Zed are stoked about this, thirsty for these bird creatures. They completely break free, revealing the exact bird creatures from the film. Rita says that they're beginning to circle the castle, but then she sees that there's another egg that didn't hatch. Rito can't remember what was so special about it. Then Zed sees that the teens are going through the Desert of Despair, and Rita says that they're looking for the ninja powers. Then Rito says that the other egg is a vampirus egg. Rita orders to send the Tengas down with the vampirus egg, attacking the Rangers, and then leave the egg outside the temple so that the vampirus monster can handle anyone there. Meanwhile, in the Desert of Despair, more moaning is happening while Billy just keeps talking about rock formations. Then Kim just goes, hey, look at this cool rock. And it's a freaking bomb, which is incredible. Billy is stuck, rolling out, but his map gets dropped, burning it away. Then Aisha gets stuck in a damn sinkhole. These fools are nothing without their powers. They form a human chain, pulling Aisha out while Kim, I guess, is just on the sidelines cheering them on. I'm sure they could have used some help there, Kim. Finally, they come upon the rock formation that they've been looking for, and Billy says that the entrance to the temple could be somewhere at the base of it, so they hurry that way. They keep looking, and then suddenly, the Tengas appear all around them. They start flying down, and they even kick Billy right in the gut. Like, dude, move. Tommy talks about how they've never seen these before, and then Aisha pushes one away. Kim ends up in a small cove before they run through an opening that the Tengas somehow can't get through. Then Adam touches something and the rocks part ways, and the teens walk in while bad ghost effects happen. They start following the tunnel to the end, hoping it'll lead to the temple. Aisha asks, where are we? Like anyone has a better idea than her. Rita sees what's going on, and she says that while the Rangers aren't dead yet, they'll get killed when they leave the temple. The Tengas then bring the egg over, planting it by the entrance. The teens come to a dead end, and Tommy just gets super pissed out of nowhere, going to go kick a wall, and then he just gets evaporated into it. They toss in a rock after him, and part of me hopes that they just killed him. Alas, we will never be so lucky. The Rangers follow him into the rock wall, and over the credits, we see the Tengas dancing on the moon for no reason. To be continued. This episode does very little with the time it has, but honestly, it really could have been worse. What is worse, though, is the visual effects. My god, they couldn't just put a filter over the Desert of Despair to make it not look like a place that we've seen 1,000 times before? At least we got to meet the Tengas in the show proper. And yeah, that does mean that the putties are now gone forever. R.I.P. putties. It kinda sucked to begin with. Will the Rangers get their powers next time, or has Tommy led them to their deaths? Until then, may the power protect you.